I've put together a program. I have picked several deworming companies because we found out that other scientists have stated that all cancer is caused by parasites of one sort or another. All disease is caused by the same way. Now, when you eat food, you take on parasite eggs. You just do. They're in all vegetables. All of them. Through the process of osmosis, when all those parasite eggs are in the soil and you water the garden, the eggs get into the plant through the process of osmosis, and you consume them when you eat a salad. The reason they hatch is because when they make salad dressing, they use propalcohol, food-grade propalcohol. They wash the huge tank out today, and tomorrow they make honey mustard, and they don't clean the propalcohol out of the tank properly. And so they mix the new salad dressing with propalcohol. That breaks down the shell of the egg, and when it gets in your gut, it hatches. Now it gets into your bloodstream because it's a really, really small little organism, and it's got a problem. There are these things called T cells going to devour them. And this one little bug had a friend, Pete, and he's already in that T cell screaming for his life. I mean, I can imagine the terror. And for some reason, as an example, your pancreas houses wood alcohol. When it houses wood alcohol, to save you from it, that little parasite can feel the vibration and goes there for safety to see if it is safe, and lo and behold, it is. T cells can't go close to wood alcohol. And so it gets in there and it starts to grow up, and all kinds of others get in there and they have a great time and they drop their feces in there. The feces attracts another virus that lives in it, and mold, which grows little miniature mushrooms, and as a result your children are born, or you get later diabetes. And so we put a program together, and I've got hundreds of diabetics that are no longer diabetics. It takes somewhere between 6 weeks and 3 months, and up to this point I've only had 2 failures in 5 years. 2 failures in 5 years, and I'm still working with both of them. And I tell you, it's a deworming program. When they get into your thymus, do you know what happens? Your thymus starts to shut down. It disturbs the quantity and quality of acid in your stomach, and as a result of that, you come down with Epstein-Barr, chronic fatigue syndrome, or candida. The mold now grows in your stomach because the acid isn't strong enough to kill it, and so the fruits you eat, here you've got a new problem. You're developing warts and all kinds of other things, and it's a mold problem. When you've got flukes in your thymus, you develop chronic fatigue and Epstein-Barr. All you need is a deworming program to shut it down. These folks and the folks in the back have a deworming program that we've done tests on. I do not make money on it. I do not sell it. It's a freedom of speech issue. All I sell are the support things around it. And I tell you, folks, we've tried to get the program down to, instead of $600 like some other folks have, a full program to deworm you, we're down to somewhere around $245. And you can get your health back. And there are all kinds of things I've discovered that go with this. There's eye drops for those people that can't read and need glasses. If you get yourself a small amount of Clairvestan, which is an eye drop, and I think they've got some over there, you wind up rebuilding your eyeballs. I went to a man who needed deworming badly because he had bad breath, and he is an eye specialist, and he just laughed at me until he was doing an exam in the state that I live in on a woman, and a worm swam through. These parasites do not stay in one spot. They travel all over. They're small, they're microscopic, and you know what? Just in the tapeworm variety, there are 700 varieties. Just in that one grouping. If you're loaded with parasites, you're going to go bald, because certain parasites get into your scalp, and there they shut down the hair follicles with their feces. And folks, when I dewormed, that's how I grew this hair back. You know how many men have grown their hair back because they dewormed and now they're doing their stuff? You'd just be amazed. The hair just starts to grow back. Epstein-Barr, children's eye infections, a couple drops of that water in the eyes and the pink eye vanishes. You can time it in 6 hours. You can time it. Chronic ear infections in children. They've had infections in there for a whole year. 8 ounces of that water, a little bit of a deworming program, and within 2 or 3 days, the whole ear infection clears up and they do not come back.